Step 4. I want to introduce the step and I want to talk about the structure. So, first of all, this step is devoted to continuous and a lot of other small things, but a lot to continuous. So, we work with present continuous, with past continuous, and a lot of other details. So, as usual, we start our lesson with small talk. You remember that it's a good idea to have a pre-question because otherwise you will puzzle the students. Use please simple words because still for the students it's very difficult. Ask personal questions and make small talk really small. It is very, very important. In this step, you're going to work a lot with a lot of different things. That's why small talk should be really small, should be really short, because otherwise you will have no time for debates, situations, listening, vocabulary, grammar. So a lot. So after that, we work with home sentences according to the formula, according to the algorithm. So first, you send the formula and ask the students to explain the rule. Don't worry if you think, the students already know everything. No, you might be wrong. After that, you copy send the sentences one by one. So, for example, if I wrote the sentence, it means that I don't read the sentence. They should be anonymous. So, you send the sentence as student, some student reads it, and you ask the whole group to correct. Of course, you help the students. So, it can be there are 3 mistakes, there are 2 mistakes, or please pay attention there, or so I am going to do something. Okay? Okay, in the park. Okay, okay. So no problems, no problems. Next. So you help and you lead. Step number 4, it's the end of A1, but still some groups can have troubles with that. So these are the formulas that you're going to discuss. Old vocab. So the same algorithm. You send all the words from the previous lesson to the chat. You ask a student to read a block, 4 words, one student. Then you explain the words if the students ask, or you ask them at least one word from the block to explain. It's a good idea. It will also give you time, like to open the file if you didn't do that before the lesson. So to do that, everything. Okay. Then share uh, share the screen. Yes, you share the screen. You share the screen. Yes, you share the screen. Okay, I will change it. You share the screen. Explain what to do. So, no, like ask the students. Ask the students to make sentences using the formula and using the formula and the vocab. Okay, that's all. Okay, sentences, or I would say examples. Okay, sentences. Okay, and here are the examples because there is also a conversation, a dialogue, so you will understand what to do. Thank you so much. That was a kind of the first part of technical part. Then let's learn new grammar. So you send the words according to the algorithm. You send the words, one student reads, the whole group makes up a rule, then you send the formula and comment on it if necessary, and then according to the task, you do some activities, you do some practical task. Also, there are some activities, but it depends, it depends. Okay, it depends. Then we have listening. This is still this part. And listening, we have lesson 1 to 9, 9 lessons. And here we have text. This is from lesson 10 till lesson 13. Okay, 13. So how you're going to listen? So first of all, you open the presentation, you give the task. We are going to listen and answer, or we are going to do the task. So as a rule, this is just listen. Listen and try to remember as many details as possible. Then you listen. Listen twice or 3 times. So I will add here. So first time you listen and what do you remember? After that, you listen one more time, you change the speed. So if it's very quick, so after that, what do you remember? One more time you listen, and so already it's easier for the students. And after that, ask the students to say what they remember or check the answer or follow the instruction. So it depends. This is about listening. The text. So first of all, you show the picture if it is presentation. So you ask the students to give ideas. After that, you read the text. passage by passage, one student, you draw the student's attention to new words, to new formulas, like to new grammar or to the old grammar. So if necessary, you build pictures, and after that you do the task, you send the words, or you open the file, you send the words, you ask the students to read bell blocks, and you ask the students to retell. Okay, I also told you about snowball. It is lesson number 13. It can be an idea, lesson 13. Okay, lesson 13. It's experiment, as an experiment. You can try. So you do the same. You send the picture, you read, build the picture. After that, the words, you read the words. And after that, when retelling, so you say your sentence, another student says, repeats your sentence and their sentence. After that, student number 2 repeats yours, like sentence number 1, number 2, number 3. And this is how we build snowball. It's very, very experimental. So it's up to you to decide. As an experiment, you can try. Okay, I will do that like that. Okay, it's really very interesting. And then we have discussion. So this technical part is supposed to take about 30-35 minutes, but I understand that it can take really a lot of time. In terms of discussion, the students already know circular, superstar comments, debates, three button comments, three examples comments. Okay, this is already they know for sure. So that's why. So when it is debates, after that you can use circular. When you have also like three examples, after that you have superstar comments. So the recommendations of the discussion, they are written in every lesson, but also you can experiment, of course. Please remember about active words. After every question, it is still A1. It's step 4. It's very difficult for the students. You draw the line, type a line in order to separate. After that, you send the words by blocks. One block, one student. You explain unknown words if the students ask or you ask them. After that, you send the formula and you ask the students to make grammar examples using the words. Okay, attention, really, please do it after every lesson, after every block. It's really very important. And we finish our lesson with an exercise and with vocab and a kind of sum up. So that's why it's really necessary to start finishing the lesson at least 5 minutes before the end of the lesson. So let's do an exercise. The exercise is based on the grammar the students learned at the lesson. That's why you send the formula and the exercise. You remind the rule if necessary. You ask the students to do the sentences one by one. And then the vocab. You send the words, the students read if you have time. If you don't have time, just a word of today. And after that, it's obligatory. It's obligatory. Okay, and after that, sum up. So you ask the students. So, okay, it can be the beginning of the rule and the students continue, or it can be the whole rule. So what do you remember about past continuous? Okay, so while making the conclusion, you can arrange the chat, deleting something, so you're welcome. If you can do that, already more or less experienced, so you have time. Okay, thank you so much, my dear students, and your home task is you do the grammar test, you send 2 sentences according to the grammar with our today's vocabulary, and you also can listen. I will add it here, and you can also listen to the text one more time. So the text is also in the book. So you're welcome to also to read it, but still you can also listen. You can ask. You can motivate the students to read, to listen, and to read the audio. That's all for today. I hope that you will enjoy this step. It's really fresh and very unusual. We start already listening part. Pay attention that here you also have some instructions. There will be more instructions. I think how to work with, so I will add how to work with superstar comments, how to work with examples, and of course you remember that this is intellectual property, and if you haven't bought it before, so in that case you're working only with ELSO students. So good luck, enjoy, and I'm sure it will be a success. So see you in lesson 1.